Hey, this is Evans at motorcycle.com, and I've just spent the last 2 days riding the 2016 Yamaha FJR 1300 ES all around Arizona, and I got to tell you, it's been a blast. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the FJR anyway. In 2014, I had the privilege of having one at my disposal for just about a year, and so I'm pretty familiar with it. And that's a good thing, because for 2016, Yamaha didn't change a whole lot because they had such a strong package. They focused primarily on refining and adding a couple things that riders and journalists alike had been requesting. First and most importantly, they added a 6th gear. Now, I know a lot of people have been wanting this for a long time. They felt that the bike was too buzzy at highway speeds, and for a touring bike, you want it to be loafing along when you're cruising down the road at 80 miles an hour. Yamaha got their engineers out and really put their heads together and found a way to add an additional cog without changing the engine cases themselves. So you get the same package with a really nice update to it. In addition, they also took the opportunity to change the gearing a little for the lower gears and put helical cut gears in to make shifting smoother and decrease driveline lash. I never really thought the bike needed a 6th gear, but now that it's got one, I'm really glad they did it. Because what they did was they closed up the spaces between 3rd and 4th and 4th and 5th, and then they have 6th gear, so the engine's only spinning around 3,500 RPM at 70 miles per hour, so it's just loafing along. But still got plenty of grunt pull on when you roll on the throttle. The shifting has always been pretty good, but there was a little roughness to it, and now it's just nice and slick. The transmission is quieter, on-off throttle transitions. There's very little driveline lash to deal with, and the EFI in the FJR has always been really nice, and so it's just buttery smooth. If you're going down a winding set of turns in this bike at full zoot, you can modulate the throttle easily without worrying about any hiccups upsetting the chassis. One of the things they did, which is kind of cool, and in retrospect, I think it's about 2/3 practical and 1/3 gimmick, and that is they put in cornering lights right here. The FJR has been outfit with an IMU. It's the same IMU that they're using on other Yamahas right now, but the only thing it's doing right now is triggering the cornering lights. So when the bike leans past 7 degrees, the inside cornering light comes on. You lean it over more, I think it's 11 degrees, and a second one comes on. It's 3 LEDs. Lean it further, and the third one comes on. I took the bike out last night for a nice ride after dark, and I gotta tell you, it works in some corners and not in others. If you're on the outside of the corner, which most often means left-handed corners, the additional throw that the light has gives it a chance to actually do something for you. On the inside of the corner, it just lights up the bushes beside you and it can be a little bit of a distraction. If you're on a 2-lane road in the left lane taking a right-hand turn, then you get a little more throw and it helps some. Around town though, if you live in suburbia and there are not a lot of street lights, you'll find that it's really helpful when negotiating turns, right hand, left hand, 90-degree turns. Because right as you initiate the turn, the light comes on and it'll tell you, give you an idea if there's gravel or something right there that you need to avoid. So that's kind of a cool thing. One of the other changes they made this year was a switch to all LED lighting all around. And I gotta tell you, the high beam on the FJR is phenomenal. It just cuts a hole through the night. It's bright, it's got a nice shape to the beam, it's crisp. You don't need the cornering lights when you got the high beam on, which is a good thing, because the base model, the FJR 1300A, does not come with the cornering lights. You get the LED headlights, so that's pretty cool. Going down a rural road at night, you really are going to appreciate the nice, bright LED headlight. These may seem like small changes, but that just says how refined this package has been over the year. And because of the new IMU, I sort of expect in the future you might see other stuff like cornering ABS or maybe cornering TC coming into play, but it's hard to know. Maybe they'll give the whole bike a redesign before that. But what Yamaha has succeeded in doing is taking a really fun, really versatile sport touring machine, a bike that you can commute on, hang out in the twisties on, and tour straight up and down on the freeway for hours, and made it even more versatile. And I'm really excited to get the opportunity to ride this. And to find out more, read the rest of my story on motorcycle.com.